1997 was a huge year for Hollywood. Titanic ruled the box office, Men in Black had everyone quoting Will Smith, and Good Will Hunting made us all want to hug Robin Williams. But for every blockbuster, there were a few high-profile releases that didn't just underperform. They sank like a stone. Big budgets, big stars, and big expectations, all met with yawns from critics and tumbleweeds at the ticket booth. Let's look back at the most memorable box office bombs of 1997. Number 10, Speed 2, Cruise Control.
Get us the hell out of here! We're trying with it. Is there a little girl in there? Drew?
No, there's no little girls, just big women.
Excuse me?
I mean normal-sized women. Come on, get.
Back in 1994, Speed was an adrenaline rush. Keanu Reeves, Sandra Bullock, and a bus rigged to explode.
When I find you.
Pop quiz, hotshot. There's a bomb on a bus.
It was a surprise blockbuster, so naturally Hollywood thought, let's do it again, but on a boat. Budgeted at a staggering $110 million, Speed 2 replaced Keanu Reeves with Jason Patrick, kept Bullock, and swapped the tense city streets for a luxury cruise liner. The villain, well, Willem Dafoe, with a vendetta against the cruise company.
I spent a great many years developing computer systems for these cruise lines, including this baby, and then I got tossed away.
Critics were merciless. Gone was the tight, claustrophobic tension of the first movie. Instead, audiences got a slow-moving ship and action scenes that felt like they were stuck in molasses. The movie crawled to just $164 million worldwide, barely covering its enormous costs after marketing. It also swept the 1998 Razzies, winning Worst Remake or Sequel, and helping sink the franchise.
I swear I am never leaving the house again.
And for the record, it really ends with the boat crashing into a pier for 5 minutes straight. Number 9, The Postman.
These people don't need dreams, Mr. Postman. They need something real. They need help with the goddamn homeless. Are you going to bring them that?
Kevin Costner had just won Oscars for Dances with Wolves, but by 1997, his mail delivery service was Return to Sender, based on the 1985 book of the same name by David Brin, who once envisioned Costner in the role during a screening of Field of Dreams. The Postman was a sprawling 3-hour epic that takes place in 2013, where Costner, working double duty as director, plays a drifter who inspires hope by delivering letters.
What about the
Tell me something, Ford. How much mail can a dead postman deliver?
It cost around $80 million to make, but critics tore it apart, and audiences stayed home. The film limped in with only $20 million domestic, making it one of the most infamous bombs of the decade. Costner himself later joked about how badly it tanked. For 1997 audiences, this was less special delivery and more, stop sending these. Number 8, Kull The Conqueror. If you were a Hercules or Xena fan in the 90s, you might have thought Kull the Conqueror was right up your alley. Starring Kevin Sorbo in his big screen debut, it tried to be a sword and sorcery blockbuster, but it had the budget and dialogue of a syndicated TV episode.
Stop him! Kill him! Or suffer my wrath! Sacred flame! Protect us from the cold!
With awkward one-liners, plastic-looking sets, and a plot about an undead sorceress trying to reclaim her throne.
I will be invincible!
It quickly found itself battling not orcs but critics. It made just $6 million against a reported $20 million budget. Today, it's remembered mostly as that movie Kevin Sorbo did, instead of Hercules Season 5. Number 7, The Peacemaker.
Should have taken the money, Hans.
This is your big plan?
This is my plan.
Before streaming giants and comic book universes took over, DreamWorks Pictures launched in 1997 with its very first live-action film, The Peacemaker, starring George Clooney hot off the ER and Nicole Kidman. It was a nuclear bomb thriller about stolen warheads and international espionage. On paper, it had everything. Big stars, globe-trotting action, and the backing of Steven Spielberg's new studio. But critics called it generic, audiences weren't impressed, and its $41 million domestic haul didn't come close to recouping the $50 million budget after marketing.
What do you think I am, some gung-ho, stupid son of a...
No, I don't think you're stupid.
It's mostly remembered today as a footnote in Clooney's post-Batman and Robin career, proof that even when you're saving the world, you can still bomb. Number 6. Steel. In the summer of 1997, Warner Brothers decided to turn a lesser-known DC Comics character into a big-screen hero. The result? Steel, starring Shaquille O'Neal.
Can I have some water, please?
Water?
The NBA superstar traded the basketball court for a giant metal suit and a comically oversized hammer.
See for yourselves. I'll let my hammer speak for itself.
The plot followed a weapons designer who becomes a vigilante to stop gang violence. Noble in theory, but the execution was clunky.
I'd kiss her sorry crippled ass goodbye. I'm worrying about myself.
The effects look bargain bin, and Shaquille's acting, well, let's just say it wasn't exactly Oscar-worthy. With a $16 million budget, it scraped together just $1.7 million at the box office, making it one of the biggest superhero flops of the 90s. Today, it's mostly remembered as a punchline, and a reminder that not every comic book character is destined for Marvel-level glory. Number 5, Trial and Error.
Is it too soon to kiss the bride? Yeah, we should wait.
In 1997, Warner Brothers tried to cash in on the comedic chemistry of Michael Richards and Jeff Daniels. The result was Trial and Error, a courtroom comedy about a small town, a con artist, and a very reluctant lawyer.
Because they think that I'm the lawyer now. And that means I have to keep being the lawyer? Well, how the heck am I going to keep being the lawyer?
On paper, it had potential. In reality, audiences didn't show up. Despite a budget of $25 million, it earned just $14.6 million worldwide. Critics weren't sold either, calling it uneven and forced.
You won't just get a bad review. You'll ruin my career.
Just get a bad review. These things hurt.
With Richards' signature physical comedy feeling out of place without a laugh track. Today, it's mostly remembered as an odd career misstep, sandwiched between the heights of Seinfeld and the end of the 90s comedy boom. Number 4, FairyTale, a true story.
The truth now!
Leave her alone. The fairies are going to come out and kick your butt.
Sure they are.
In 1997, Paramount Pictures took a gamble on a gentle period drama about the famous Cottingley fairies photographs. Those early 20th century hoax pictures that convinced some people, including Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, that fairies were real. FairyTale, a true story, had lush production design, a respected cast, and a family-friendly PG rating. Unfortunately, it also had zero marketing buzz and faced stiff competition from more exciting kids' movies. With a budget estimated around $14 million, it fluttered into theaters and barely made $14.8 million worldwide. Not enough to break even after marketing and post-production cost. Today, it's remembered more by fairy folklore enthusiasts
Do I look like someone who believes in fairies?
than by anyone who actually saw it in theaters. Number 3, Turbulence.
You want to negotiate?
No, I don't. I'm going to crash the plane.
Released in early 1997, Turbulence tried to blend action, suspense, and disaster movie thrills into one high-flying package. Ray Liotta played a dangerous convict being transported on a passenger plane. Lauren Holly was the unlucky flight attendant, stuck trying to survive, and the rest was a mix of mid-air gunfights, screaming, passengers, and increasingly ridiculous set pieces.
Say your prayers.
Unfortunately, critics compared it to a bargain bin Die Hard 2, and audiences weren't much kinder. With a budget of around $55 million, it only brought in $11.5 million worldwide. Despite its box office nosedive, the film somehow spawned 2 direct-to-video sequels, proving that while the plane might have gone down financially, the franchise refused to stay grounded. Number 2, The Man Who Knew Too Little.
I guess I got the drop on Dr. Ludmilla Kropotkin. Get that thing away from that little boy's butt.
Bill Murray took center stage in this 1997 spy comedy about a clueless American tourist in London who accidentally stumbles into what he thinks is interactive theater.
I'm sorry. Nobody told me we already started. All right, then. Just go back to give me your money or whatever the heck. Okay.
Just give me the money or I'll cut you.
But is actually a very real international conspiracy. The premise had shades of The Man Who Knew Too Much and plenty of potential for Murray's deadpan humor. Unfortunately, audiences didn't bite. With a budget of $20 million, it earned just $13.8 million worldwide. Critics were split. Some enjoyed its absurdity, while others felt it was stretched too thin for a feature film. While not the worst in Murray's filmography, it's often overlooked even by his biggest fans, making it a curious little flop from the late 90s comedy wave.
What are you doing?
Well, you gotta check and see, just how dead they are. You can never be sure. A guy could be able to catch this.
Number 1, Metro.
How can you be sure the guy won't shoot him?
He can't.
Eddie Murphy stepped away from his usual comedic roles in 1997's Metro, playing a San Francisco hostage negotiator caught in a deadly cat-and-mouse game with a dangerous jewel thief. The film mixed bursts of action with Murphy's trademark banter, but it never found the right tone.
I don't even know why I came up here. This is a total waste of my time.
Critics thought it was too jokey for a thriller and too grim for a comedy. With a budget of around $55 million, Metro pulled in only $32 million worldwide, making it a costly misfire for Touchstone Pictures. Today, it's more likely to pop up on late-night cable than in anyone's Eddie Murphy highlight reel. And there you have it, the films of 1997 that Hollywood hoped would be massive hits, but ended up as expensive lessons in what not to do. Some were doomed by bad timing, others by bad reviews, and a few just left audiences scratching their heads. Love them or hate them, they're all part of what makes looking back at movie history so much fun. The hits may pay the bills, but the flops tell the juiciest stories. As always, thanks for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more videos just like this.